Hey guys, I am going to talk about something that I think you will love. It's called a 3-hour product experiment because you've got gold in your Google Drive or your notebook or Post-its, wherever, and it's just sitting there waiting to be used, waiting to be out in the world and helping somebody. So let's dig in. First of all, I love doing things that are spontaneous. Saturday was like the most spontaneous day I've had in a while, and it was so fun. We rented a $4,000 camera lens for something. Can't talk about it yet, but it's going to be pretty awesome. We ended up going to a block party across the street from us. We were playing Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone was air guitaring. Then we came home and we realized that our neighbors, we were putting the cover back on the barbecue on the deck, and our neighbors were having a party. They had like 12 people over. They were dancing. They're like, come on over. So we ended up joining their party and we hung out with them until the wee hours. And it was such a blast. I would have not known when I woke up this morning that any of these things would be happening. And it was so fun. And I also love to create products spontaneously as well. I think some of those are the most they're just so joyful because they're just so spur of the moment. You sort of see something that you realize it would really help somebody, and you're like, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just take a few hours. Let's dive in. Let's do this. And it's just such a fun experiment because you know what? It's 3 hours. You probably wasted more time, hanging out watching Netflix, which I have no problem. I love Netflix myself, but you know what I mean? Like you could use that time to do something pretty cool. So I'm calling it the 3-hour product experiment. And the reason it is so quick is because you're just putting together something that's just a couple dollars just to see if it has legs, because creating a product from scratch is a huge amount of work. Trust me, I've done it. I've got Smash Hit Sales Page, which is my flagship product, and it took so much time, so much energy, so much love, tears, coffee, everything, lots of caffeine in order to make this baby come to life. And it's worth it. It's amazing. But sometimes you just want to try things out and see if it will work. So that is what the 3-hour product does. So I created something a while ago called StorySparks, because I realized that people kept coming to me and going, you know what? I can never get people to read my newsletter. I can't get people to watch my videos. Like, how can I get people to pay attention to me? What's going to make me stand out? And it's always about the stories that we tell. It's how we captivate people. It's how our brains are wired in order to listen. And, we don't want boring facts. Who wants that? Like, we left school a long freaking time ago. Thank goodness. It served its purpose and let's move on. And we also want to have fun. And stories are the way that we get captivated. Talk about Netflix. That's all storytelling. And the same thing is true in business. So in order to attract the right people, you've just got to be yourself. You got to be the person that is going to attract the right people. And that is, in order to attract the right people for you, you just have to be you. And that's all about sharing your stories. So I created a product because I had a lot of that stuff ready to go. It was just in different pieces in my Google Drive. I just actually had to combine that into a nice little package. That way it was useful for somebody and I could put it in a PDF, put it out into the world and see what happens. Well, it turned out really, really well. So it started off with just a $5 product and it was immense value for that. And I like to do things in increments. If I do something, at this level and it worked, cool. That's an indication that I can now do it at this level. It's the law of incremental upgrade. You don't want to go for the biggest, badassiest thing straight out of the gate. You want to do things that in a way that it makes sense for you. It's easy for you. It's enjoyable for you. And that is what the 3-hour product is all about. It's about finding things that you already have, packaging it up, putting it out in the world and seeing what happens. So if you want to do this, look for what people always ask you. What are the questions that you always get? What is a way that you can answer that need in a very simple way? Like PDF is just a fantastic way, or maybe it's pay to watch a video with you, something like that. Just stick a buy button on it for PayPal or Stripe or whatever you want to do, and then send it to your list or post it on social media. At this point, you're just looking for validation. You don't have to do a sales page yet if you don't want to. I love to do that because it gets all of my thoughts in order and it makes it really easy for me in order to talk about how to sell it to people, because I have my whole process and it really makes it easy for me to walk through everything. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. This is just about getting going super quickly, getting traction, seeing if it's going to get traction for you and you're going to get results from it. So you grab all those goodies in your Google Doc, you make it into a nice little package, you put it out to your list just with a buy button, just explain in your email what it's all about, and see if you make $100 from it. Cool. There's clearly a good need for this thing. I started with just the $5 version of it. Now I've pimped it out. It's pretty amazing, and it's going up to $27, which is still like a ridiculously amazing deal for this product. But I didn't start doing that. I started with a very simple PDF to get that traction, to get the proof so I could see that people actually want this thing without investing too much time into it. So that is the challenge for you. Create your own 3-hour product. And once again, let's go through the steps. Okay. Look to see what people are asking you. What are their needs? What are the questions that you always get? Where are the gaps? Look and see in all of your goodies, wherever you store stuff, whether it's handwritten notes, I love a good notebook, Google Docs, Post-it notes, whatever it is, package that up into your nice little PDF. Email your list or post on social, send them a link to the buy button. Just explain in your email what it is, what they're going to get out of it. Don't get wrapped up in doing a sales page just yet. See if you're getting sales, and then, you can go back and add to it, add the layers, make it more complex and break it down even more, add some more goodness to it. So that way you're not starting out doing, climbing Mount Everest straight away. You're just doing a little thing in order to get that first step to get proof. So if you're going to do this, I'd love to hear from you. Just leave me a comment. Just throw down your favorite emoji if you're going to give this a go. I love seeing emojis and I love seeing people take action. So come on, the challenge is here. You've got 3 hours to do it. You don't have to do it all in one go. You don't have to sit down and bang this out in 3 hours. You might even do it in less. Challenge is up to you. So let's do this.